Glad to have you with us from the Dome in Syracuse, New York. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Syracuse Orange. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Notre Dame's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And we get a look at C.J. Carr. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores. Straight ahead, it's Danzy. Thrust that arm out. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window, and the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play.
And it's not a...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Has to have it on 4th down. Inside the 45. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Here's Carr to throw. Looking down the middle. In traffic, it's Graham. Not a big window, and that throw was money, and they've got it at the 30. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Looking downfield, it's Carr. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
This time it's complete. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another first down. Caught on the RPO. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Finding some room. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Quarterback keeps it. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
You know, they went QB design run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose it.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Irish! Great job by the back on the option.
And I love the aggressiveness early. Love that they went for it on 4th down. They punch it in. They get the 7. And here's the thing, Palmer. I love the aggressiveness. When you start to get those goal-to-goal situations, the defense now, even if they get a stop, they got to go the whole length of a field against my squad. Love people that go for touchdowns instead of field goals down here.
Well, I think the offensive line also helps the head coach make that call, knowing that he can trust these guys to get it done. These guys are battle-tested. A lot of these players have been in big games and played in big moments. So here you are early in this situation. Let's roll the dice. Let's capitalize on this and trust those big fellas to get it done.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big 3rd down play to keep the drive going. Tight end now in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Steve Angeli. Here comes the heat. Gets rid of it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Syracuse will be forced to punt. Trying to make one miss. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Play fake, Carr. He's going for a big play downfield. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
From the gun, it's Osborne. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward.
Lots of room to run. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
We always talk about yak, and that was 3rd and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple 1st. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Angeli. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Makes guys miss. That's what he does as he's out to the 20. That last completion left them with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. The run inside. It's Miller. He's got enough to give Syracuse the 1st down.
This is an offense that really relies on its running game on that 2nd down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a 1st.
They'll give it to Johnson. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the 1st quarter. They largely dominated the 1st quarter and built a nice lead to get started. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They'll run it. And he could not get loose on the run.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
They're all over him. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. The Orange will have to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Trying to take it back. They'll put that return to a stop with the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. Carr throws for the tight end, and he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Long way to go on 2nd down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. There he goes. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. On a ground to cover here on 3rd and long. He'll set up to throw. Shoots it to the left. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Orange ready to go on the attack on this drive. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Hits inside. It's Miller. Determined run, but he's stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. Searching for space. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They've had a really productive 1st half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Throwing, Carr. Got it. At the 35, he's got room. Running room in the middle. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
Syracuse, 0.
Out of the end zone. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They go play action with Angeli. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Steve Angeli. Turns it upfield. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the 1st down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Making his first move. Slips through the line. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Ollie, what do you have?
Here on the Notre Dame sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying, we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. Motion from the wideout. They're in the gun. Third down. Here's Carr. Out wide right. It's Coleman Williams. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Quick give. It's Williams. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Well, they dial up a pass play there on first down, and how about the quarterback there? Buys time, he's outside, he's looking for people to get open on the scramble drill, but there's nothing happening, and just a really quick decision to decide to take off and go get another first down now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
The Orange calling for a timeout. It's their first. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Handoff again. He breaks a tackle. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Timeout taken on the field. It's the second call by Syracuse. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And these plays right here, man, they can spark your team. And the defense has been flying around, but now they make the play. They get home to the quarterback and cause the damage. The ball gets on the turf. They recover and now set up with great field position.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
Right, and I like you got the first down of the drive. So maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
Throwing Angelic. He's going for it all. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds, and incomplete.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you.
Makes the catch, and he's free. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Orange call their third timeout, and that's the last time they can stop the clock. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Angelic fires to the wideout. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be 3rd down. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Running inside, it's Miller. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on third down.
Offense facing fourth down.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We start with a look at LSU taking on the Arkansas Razorbacks. Now back over to your game inside the Dome. This wideout is enjoying a stellar day. 2 of those catches in the first half were 2 of the better grabs I've seen all season. And, of course, his overall stat line is helping the only stat that really matters, the scoreboard.
Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
The Syracuse head coach told me coming out of the locker room, the message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
Okay, Holly.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Steve Angeli. Right side, it's Miller. Could not make his way to the corner.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
2nd and long here. He wants to throw it. Finds his big tight end. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks it.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
A strike downfield. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half, this is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football. That's a great start to this second half.
Syracuse right back at it. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Miller. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Under pressure. And he is corralled short of the line to gain.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
Keeps it himself. Now the toss. Breaks into the open. Got enough space. Touchdown, Syracuse. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Well, they're able to punch that one in on the ground, and honestly, I'm not sure the defense really expected them to come out running the football considering how much they're down in this game. Probably expecting him to throw it a little bit more and have a little more sense of urgency, but either way, listen, for the offense, you just got to get on the board. You got to find a way to score somehow, some way. Now, they're down by a lot, David, and I don't know if they can keep running it moving forward.
They might not be able to keep running it, but they had to score on that possession. Now, defensively, you got to step up for me, right? Like, they got to get both sides of the football working together, but the defense is going to have to get some stops. But obviously, a bulk of the pressure is on this offense. Every possession is going to be so important.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7.
Notre Dame, 21. Syracuse, 7.
Coming out with it, it's Barres. And he pumps it up inside the 20. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession. The Syracuse offense makes its way onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here. Touchdown, Orange! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby!
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Straight ahead, it's Danzy. He's got enough. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to ride this running back. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
They put the brakes on him.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Out of the backfield, he's open. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Notre Dame comes to the line, that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. And this defense, its head is spinning. Notre Dame comes to the line. That last completion giving them a fresh set of downs. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Trying to squeak through the pile. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. He got it. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. From the gun, it's Johnson. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the third. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Throwing Angelic. Looking for a big play. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
The Orange will have to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. On the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The run inside. It's Coleman Williams. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. Driving forward, it's Williams. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right?
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Offense set on first down. Angelic. Rushes on. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one.
Snags it, and there's running room.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Sends it back in motion. On 4th. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Steve Angeli. Going long. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Motion from the back. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for a huge play. Upstairs to make the catch. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. Defense in press coverage. Again, it's Angeli. Throws toward the end zone. Looking to the end zone, it's incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Throwing Angeli. Rush right in his face. Got him downfield. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Syracuse operating with a fresh set of downs after that last completion. He's looking to throw. Look out! They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Trying to find the end zone. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. Trying to barge their way in. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. 4th down, Angeli. Oh, pressure's coming. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the 4th quarter. You got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive, and so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
Might as well run him again. Shakes off the defender. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
Hits inside. It's Osborne. Jukes his way for more. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And they'll take a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. 3rd and long coming up. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.